I love his book. I don't remember the name of his book. Excuse me, but it's a great book. You guys should definitely read it. It's like a yellow cover.
Russ's book?
Yeah, it's Russ's book. Yeah, it's a short read.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got Drake's book somewhere around here.
Yeah. It's fine. So we got a few. We got a few.
Yeah, some good books. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Phil Knight, Shoe Dog. I say that often. You know, podcast has seen that before, but if you haven't, read that one. The Agent too. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like reading, but I'm really into audiobooks.
Okay,
it's easier.
Yeah. What you got in your rotation right now? What is one that people need to check out if they haven't?
A really good classic book is The Alchemist.
Okay,
that's a good book.
That's a good one.
Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by 50 Cent. That's a really good one.
Okay.
Robert Greene's a great artist. All the Laws and stuff. Those books are good. A lot of books I listen to are like more self-help books.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
Yeah, that's my thing. I can't really get into like the fantasy and all that stuff.
I'm the same way. Like I love it to be like some type of biography or something about somebody's life and a testament.
Yeah.
Or I like it to be about something I can apply to my everyday life. Like Atomic Habits, that's another good one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Stacking habits and things like that. That's a really good one. You know,
Yep.
a lot of those books. There's another one, Let Be or something that I need to look into.
I think I've heard about
something
that one.
like the Let Be theory or like something, and it's that's the next one I want to check out.
Yeah, that's
I don't
a
know
good
what it's
one.
called, but
Another good one is Ego is the Enemy.
oh yeah.
Super short read. That's a good one.
No, that's lit.
Yeah.
So, other than, reading and stuff, we're talking a lot about your artistry. I do want to know, like, what would you say are your main inspirations, artistically, but also, motivationally? Anything?
Yeah. Musically, of course, I love Chris Brown, man. I love Chris Brown. I'm going to say that right now. Chris Brown, Michael Jackson. I fuck with Tory Lanez. I fuck with Tory Lanez. I like Tory Lanez.
We gonna get into that. We gonna get into
Tory
that.
Lanez, Eric Bellinger, but then also like the old school artists like Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye. You know what I mean? Of course, Janet Jackson, Anita Baker. Like you gotta touch the old school and the new school. And then as far as like just motivation, all the motivational speakers really. When I work out, I put on like a little motivational thing. E.T.
Oh, okay.
He's a good one. I used to like listening to David Goggins, but he'd be too extreme sometimes. But I fuck with it though. I like what he's saying. But
I ain't walking 26 miles with broken legs. Sorry.
But I can't even think of their names really. But just if you type it in, like you got all the classic people that are doing it.
Okay.
And then
And when we're talking about, you said a big thing was the old school R&B is a big inspiration for you. What, was that like a student of the game type thing that you got into as you were making music more? You started diving a lot deeper into music, or is this something you came on and inspired your music starting off in a sense,
Good question. I think, when I first got into music, I was actually a breakdancer at first. I started breakdancing when I was 9 or 10, following my older brother's footsteps. So that's how we got into hip hop.
You still doing it in high school type shit.
You was in Milwaukee or what?
Nah, I wish, man. Shout out to the Jabberwockies, man. If you guys ever need somebody, if I ever need you guys, man, let me know.
Hey, take the mask off and start singing. Yeah. Oh, that'd be lit.
I do know.
That would go crazy. That's what I'm saying, man.
Jabberwockies.
Yeah, let me know.
Sir.
But that's how I got into like hip hop music, R&B and stuff. But from there, new school R&B, and then of course they always sampling stuff. So you just go into it. And then remember my best friend Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
So he's a big music head. Like he's a big music head. So he'll always just send me shit. And that's how I kind of like learned about a lot of stuff was through him and just the frequency of it. And for some reason, it just stuck with me more. You know what I mean? The old school and the new school R&B. Mm-hmm. But like being a student, you got to know where it came from to know where you're going. Type of vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah, I only asked that because I know with me, like when I was getting into music tough, that was something his dad actually put me on. Was like, hey, do a lot of research. He would show me like different artists that I had never heard of or something. It's just like, kind of student of the game, like it would inspire, like even sample flips. Like I remember I used to send songs like that we would listen to or that his dad would show us and send them to a producer and be like, hey, I want to flip this. Just cause like, it just inspires a different idea or something, things that you wouldn't necessarily think of if you listen to the same sounding, like, music that you just always listen to.
Facts, yeah. And the cool thing about like old school music is they didn't have all the technology that we do now. So you really had to be about it. You know what I mean? You really had to really do it. And so listening to that, like vocally, like these are some real singers. They can't hide behind the auto-tune, So you're really studying these people.
And the feeling is just you can't duplicate it, like the feeling
Right.
of some of those records before, you know, pre-auto-tune, pre-Melodyne and all this type of shit. Like, you know, some of I don't know how to explain it, but
like sometimes the imperfection is what makes it dope.
Yeah,
like
the imperfections made it perfect.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Like nowadays everything's too on. Boom, boom, boom. We ain't nothing wrong with it. But,
you had like your artist like a Keith Sweat or something, that nasally sounding was what made him. You know what I'm saying? Like
facts.
People liked you for you. It wasn't like, you know, a replication. Whereas now we're kind of like hearing a lot more of that, where, you know, you love a sound, so you're gonna replicate it or something in a sense. And it's like, that's the one thing. Yeah, looking back at some of the old music, you just like get that feeling that just like, damn, you can't replicate this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For real. Like there'll never be another Michael Jackson.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
Oh no. There's some of those.
Chris
actually,
Brown maybe is the Michael Jackson's generation, whatever. But you know, it ain't never gonna be another Michael though. You know what I mean? Like
Chris Brown is
like, that's the king for sure.
Chris Brown, damn near one of the goats though. I will say that
he is the goat. Yeah, for sure. Like
that's Mike. If you're saying Michael Jackson's the goat, that
well, he's a second runner up.
Yeah. Okay.
In my opinion, somebody who can dance and sing and perform at a high level. Like I've been to his concert.
And he can act. Come on.
Yeah, like come on, man. That's the best concert I've ever been to.
CB.
Hands down. Yeah.
He can do it. He can do it.
I fuck with him.
Manifestation's a real thing though. So I got one more question for you. So like, what's like an artist or some type of collab that you've always dreamed of, or you've always like maybe had in your head, like maybe like one day I'll get to that. And I got a lot. You got a lot
dream collab.
Man, you already know I'm saying Chris Brown. You already know I'm saying Chris Brown. That's the goat for sure. But him would be dope. Jacquees would be kind of crazy.
Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Tory, whenever he gets out.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going in.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, fuck. I don't know if I can last.
Oh, that's crazy.
And what's low-key funny, would you say that, bro? It's low-key funny because that was one thing that we actually bonded on when we were a lot younger was the fact that we both like really liked Tory Lanez at the time.
Yeah.
Remember? We had the Stay in Your Lane little song, whatever.
Yeah.
The beat was very Tory Lanez, like reminiscent in a sense and stuff. And we used to always talk about Tory. How are you feeling about that new project he just dropped?
Fire.
Fuck with it.
It sounds dope.
I didn't get it.
It sound dope.
I didn't listen to it.
I didn't get through the whole thing yet, but I got like halfway. But so
Is
far,
it the one with the jail pic of him?
Yeah.
He been hitting them weights, huh?
Push up.
He been hitting them cornbreads out.
Yeah, for real.
It's different, bro. It's different. I was listening to it and like just a lot of his writing content and stuff. It's like obviously, what else can he do? He's obviously going to write about his own current circumstances and stuff. But yeah, his content's a lot different. But nonetheless, some of the songs they're great songs. You know,
is it a jail phone recorder?
Bro. That's the crazy thing about it. It sounds clear as fuck.
Yeah.
He's doing it all over the jail
he ended
phone,
up
bro.
figuring out how to tweak it.
And he had a song about fucking a female cop. And he's singing on that bitch.
Yeah. He's talking his shit, you know, and it sounds first one to really do it, and that's crazy because you know he's blackballed from the industries first, so they can't stop him. You know what I mean? That's what I love about it. It's like he's really on his independent shit. And
the fans gonna fuck with him regardless.
Yeah, One Umbrella. Come on.
Umbrella, crazy.
No,
he's
that's
dope
crazy.
for sure.
He's
Tory Lanez is dope.
And bro, I'll say, dude, that before all that shit happened, we were all talking about how he's like one of the most talented rappers and shit like that. Realistically, we talking about
for sure.
Just his range, just the shit he can do.
The music video director, dude, he was producing his own
name
shit,
another dude who can make a hit trap song and then a hit dance hall song, then a hit R&B record, and then a whole mixtape just on 90s samples that everybody just fucking loved and ate up, you know? And bro just went on a crazy run. And then you see quarantine radio just everything. Bro was quarantine. Unstoppable. There was literally none bar none, one of the craziest, you know, runs we saw. But like you said, just as quick as you could get it.
It's all gone, dude.
Right away from you, unfortunately.
Poor guy.